Today, Joe and I are outside the amazing QVC offices here in London, and we are going to spend the day going behind the scenes to see how it all works.
Do you know, this is like a place of worship for me. I am such a massive QVC fan, and to actually see what goes on, I would have QVC on all day, just all day long. It is like a shopping soap opera.
I have got so many questions. I mean, this is going back to my childhood. I feel like it's been around for such a long time, and yeah, I'm so excited to see behind the scenes.
Do we look like mother and daughter?
I found somebody my own height. I'm thrilled.
We're like bookends. Lead the way, Laura.
Let's go.
Caroline, lovely
Caroline.
So I'm going to take you up to meet our broadcast team, and they're going to give you a little tour of the gallery and the studios, and then we're going to take you today to meet some of our merchandising teams and have a chat to them about buying products at QVC, and then we're also going to take you to our podcast studio. You'll see podcasts being done, and then you'll see our TikTok studio as well, and some of that going out. There's quite a lot going on. So
sounds like it.
Right, there is so much. So how many people work here, roughly? There's about 1,600 people. I think it's about 500 in London, and then we have a load in Knowsley as well. So. Oh my God, Laura, come and meet Pippa.
How are you? Nice
Lovely to meet you. I've been hearing about you all morning.
Is
there anybody she doesn't know?
So yeah, the studio spaces we have are beautiful.
This is huge.
Yeah, totally. There's cameras up there as well, so we've got them on a loop. You can sit up here, you can see the circle. So that's a loop. So when we take overhead shots, there's a see that camera there? That's the overhead. So when you're doing cooking shows, you can see
come down.
This is so sexy. It's so sexy.
Yeah, this is our newest set. This is one we've just, this was about a year in the making.
And how frequently do you change sets?
So we try to look at every set every 4 years. Every year, but that means they get a 4-year cycle. But I think actually we're at a point now where we don't have to. We're actually, there's some smaller spaces, especially with social shopping coming in, TikTok shop, that kind of stuff. So we're looking at the more bespoke spaces that we have in the building. We're already in Christmas. We have been for quite a few weeks.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm the senior manager of broadcasting.
Okay.
So I look after all the broadcasting teams that work within the studio, so that's producers, directors. We are producing live TV every hour, and if you think about other channels that are doing the news live, and it's an hour and a half, but we're doing it every hour for 21 hours a day. In the week,
so
and
if
16
you're
at
filming
weekends.
in here, so one show is an hour?
Yep.
Okay, and then do you transition to a different studio?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it could be this show's just finished in here,
Yeah.
and they're ready to go live in the next studio. Pippa
So
could
there's
be
not
waiting
really,
to be
there's
flown
never downtime?
There's never downtime.
Straight
So
on.
all 6 of our main sets at studios are being used most of the day, and then in the middle of the day we go live on our Style channel for 5 hours. So then we've got 2 live shows running side by side for 5 hours of the day.
And how do you change everything over whilst you're recording there without any
The teams are well versed in like getting in, getting out, and we have a facility scheduler that is able to plan the shows accordingly, so maybe there's no lap over or crossover.
Last week I was doing a show here, and behind those doors is an amazing kitchen set that comes out, and they were putting all that together whilst I was doing, we're doing a Laura Mercier show here, and then there was a fabulous Le Creuset happening there.
And we were talking about Liz Earle. I'd never heard of Liz Earle until I started watching QVC, and that would have been like 20 years ago, probably 20 years ago. And in those days, Liz Earle did the demonstration with
Yes.
Yeah, took her makeup off.
She'd take her makeup off, and she'd have that bowl of water and her muslin cloth. And it taught
And we'd take
nation.
phone calls, people would text in, talk about their skin issues. It was like the original influencer, you know, just sitting, having that interaction. Because we're in the gallery, because we're live, people are texting and calling. We could do that 25 years ago.
Do you know you're right?
And then along comes social media, and it's just expanded and expanded. And it's like we were already set up just to embrace it and allow it to grow with us. So
And
it's
now
been
you
nice.
are across all those channels.
Yeah.
So how many products within one show do you talk about, or does it vary? Or
It can vary depending on what type of show it is. So obviously you might have a product that's a selection now that has maybe 5 products that have a bit more time to demonstrate and bring it to life.
Do you still audition for new presenters? And do you see these auditions? Do you
Yes, I'm one of the presenters that do the auditioning.
People must come from a presenting background, and then people audition who've never presented before.
Well, when it's guests, they come from various backgrounds. They might well come from the brand, and we like it when they come from the brand. We like it when it's the founder of a brand or someone that's closely affiliated to the brand who's got a story, because, you know, we're not just talking about a product. We're also creating television. We're also a platform which allows those conversations to have space to breathe. You know, when you go into a department store, when you shop online, you don't know the stories behind it. You don't know what inspired that product. But when we can stand there with the person that put their house on the market in order to get their product on the market, you get to hear these stories. And they're so lovely to be able to just tap right inside to the heart of a brand. And I think for us as consumers, we've all got so much choice now to be able to actually understand the ethos and the values behind a brand as opposed to just the product. Again, it makes us feel like we're spending our money more wisely, perhaps. So these are our monitors. So the screen on the left is the live show that's happening right now. So this is Katie's show. It happens every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, called Morning Style. So it's a nice mix of lots of different fashion brands that we have. So it could be Monsoon, it could be Hobbs, it could be a brand from America. You know, it's a mix of all sorts.
So you're getting those really big brands as well as Discovery. It's fascinating,
which is really
isn't
nice.
it?
And then over there, that's what we call the preview monitor. So it could be that the director wants to show you a shot. It might be that they're lining something up and you... So it might be, for example, say I was doing a Laura Mercier show and I wanted to show a mascara wand and I'm holding it. So I hold it, so they put it on there. So I know when they've got the shot exactly as they need it, and then they will take the shot. And then you've got your clock on the top right, so you can see the time of the day, you can see the length of the show, the countdown, and the top right is how long you've got left on that item.
Such a luxury having all that.
Amazing.
Just one last thing about the sets before we leave the studio. These are all built in-house.
Wow.
Every set we do is built in-house downstairs in the Undercroft by a really talented team.
So
We're the only market in Europe and I think the US that build their sets on site.
Good.
And all designed here as well.
We design. Myself and a lady called Natalie Morris work with our set designer who's based in Germany, who does the set design for all the markets.
Now, coming up, we are bringing you a really fabulous layering piece, and you can get yours at qvcuk.com. On the break.
Good timing! Coming from the break.
And you stopped literally as the one came down. What a professional.
Busy show so far. They're just going to add something else into the hour because it's
45 seconds. How long are our breaks?
So it's a quick chance just to kind of catch up what's going on behind the scenes, if anything needs to change, if you've got any questions, we'll have a swig of water, you know, all those kinds of
10
things.
seconds.
So you can fit in 60 seconds.
7, 6.
Welcome back to Morning Style with Katie. As always, your appointment of you to bring you some of the newest fashion we've got here at QVC. The key trend colour of the season in that beautiful sort of cherry burgundy. So you have those easy pays to spread that cost if you like to. This is such a cute little outfit. It is a simple outfit, it's very bad as well. You can really kind of work the day in and day out. And the people it's going to work really, really well for my.
We've got 3 main galleries. We have 2 that we use throughout the day. Obviously we're live for 5 hours across the middle of the day on 2 channels, so we'll be using both galleries.
So we're going into this area. This is the main operations.
Kind of a mix of all of the different beauty shows that
And I, as a presenter, I am never privy
and then on
to a
style,
gallery ever.
we have
So how many channels do you have?
We have QVC Main,
Yeah.
Beauty, Extra and Style. So 4 channels that we broadcast.
Okay.
We're only live on Main and 5 hours on Style during across the day from 2 till 5 or 2 till 7.
Past the red light. This is like the morning show with Jennifer Aniston.
We have robotic cameras in the studio.
Yes, I saw them
So
move.
they can be operated from up here.
Oh my God, I've never seen a desk that size. And then she talks to them.
She just asked Katie to give the detail of the trousers, and that's what she's doing. Pippa has all these voices going on in her head.
Yeah, seriously, that is I couldn't do that.
He's the director, so he's choosing the pictures that are being shown. Okay. So he's directing the cameras.
And is he your main voice? He's your main voice.
The show will end at 10 o'clock and 57 minutes and 45 seconds, which gives us 15 seconds to throw to the next presenter, who is Simon Biaggi doing a Christmas hour, then he will talk for 15 seconds promoting the fact his hour's coming up. Then that will take us exactly to 58 minutes past. Then we roll a 2-minute break. That then takes us to the top of hour, which is 11, and then Simon's show will begin. So.
And in that 2 minutes, they will hot seat, they will sound check everyone, they will make sure everyone knows what they're doing, where they are,
and that everyone's mic's working.
Yeah, all those kinds of things in those 2.
Are the nerves building, or are you like, this is, yeah?
I've been here a long time, so it's not so much nerves, but there's always an anxiety that you want everything to go well.
Yes.
So that's how I would describe it. The first port of call will be, can we all hear each other? Can we hear people's microphones? It's a well-oiled machine.
Size is small through to extra large. We are limited in the extra large.
We are limited stock in that size extra large, so if that is the size that you want or need.
Oh, some of your jumpers come back out of baskets, Katie. Should we do a quick reminder of Katie's jumper, actually? Thanking Gasling and wrapping up the show.
Oh, what unreal. Yeah, so we can't.
2 minutes for this producer to take over.
1, 2, 1, and cue Simon.
Some fabulous Christmas solutions for
I mean, that talent to speak to time, I couldn't do that. I can't. I never speak. To the second, honestly.
Don't say that.
I know.
You're on QVC.
Take care.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks. That's you, lady.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Hi. Thanks for having us. So where does the whole process start?
Probably on us, isn't it? Buying really would be the piece. We're out there looking at what's going on in the industry and what do we need, what are we missing for our assortment, what's going on, what's coming through, all those newness pieces and stories.
I mean, you have a very obviously dominant female audience, and I love the well-being that you've brought on board. Often they're smaller brands, smaller entrepreneurs, so they must be queuing up, I would have thought, to come onto QVC. Who do you give a chance to?
The biggest thing for us is story, and I guess problem solving. Let me start with menopause. That was a category for us that was a bit unknown, and I guess for us it was really a chance to build a category from the ground up. So I guess we looked at the problems and the symptoms of the menopause, and then we went out and had a look at brands that were kind of relevant to that.
For well-being and the whole menopause piece, we've really looked at it on a customer need first. So is she struggling with her skin changing? Is it anxiety? Is it sleep? And actually, what are the products that can help ease that? But the smaller brands, they have to make enough for you to be able to sell. So how does that work? Because they often don't have that budget to start.
We definitely nurture them, and I think that's really important as well for us. I mean, we've had people making it in their kitchen, literally cooking up the creams and delivering them out. At that point, we've got relationships with lots of different people that we can give them the real guidance to then go out there and get that bigger manufacturer or that bigger space to be able to distribute from. Lovely stories of brands that have started really small at QVC and are now multi-million-pound brands that are out there in the business. And that's definitely due to some of the growth and nurturing that we've been doing with them at QVC, for sure.
Oh, you must feel really proud if you see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think on the high street there are lots of department stores out there with amazing counters, but I don't think you'd necessarily go to that counter and get the brand owner or the brand educator there.
People are interested.
Yeah, I think people are the problem solver as well, don't they, right? And I guess that's what we kind of do really key, is have that problem solver product there and the support that goes around it. It doesn't just stop at live TV, I guess. We have a content hub that's available online, so for the menopause we've built a huge community.
Our advanced order system is actually quite unique to us as well. If we bought, 1,000 units of a product and it's sold out, we can call the brand and have we got any more stock there, so we can then turn on what we call is advanced orders. So you can order it today, it will be delivered in 2 weeks. That's quite unique to us and drives that excitement.
And because of your amazing 60-day money back, I mean that is quite unique, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But everything has to be perfect.
The compliancy bit is really important. We would always look at the ingredient story, so what they say they have in the product, is that authentic? do we have the certification that traces all the way back to the original ingredient?
We're governed by the ASA, so we have a higher standard of sort of claims that we have to adhere to because we're on a TV versus a store or social media or just a web platform.
Makes so much sense when you say it, doesn't it? But you just
if they say it's vegan, we need all that certs. If they say it's organic, we need to see the original documents. And it just means that then whatever we sell is credible, and whatever we sell kind of is genuinely doing its job.
Can you tell us about some of the hero products you've got here?
Can we just start with Lizelle, because I love this story really.
And they still talk to that today, that QVC was so integral to their growth into the market. So that's that's a key story and one we like to continue to tell. Today's special value is something very special to QVC. It's that if you're going to buy any product today, buy that one product. It's the big item of the day. So we've just had this over the weekend. I think customers snapped up about just over 312,000 products in the week. So it was one sold nearly every other second.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, and that was because it was exclusive, so she couldn't buy it elsewhere. We've worked with this.
Body wash on your
hands. So this is again another exclusive for us. So they launched their cleansing balm last year. This was top secret. It's one of their serums that's launching next year. So we've obviously seen this and we've got it coming. So you can have this. It's in their super skin.
We'll have to shoot you.
Yes, exactly. So I had the elasticizer in this scent this summer, and it was just such a treat.
Oh my gosh! So did you say this is limited edition?
Yes. So this one they work with us again. Like 18 months to 2 years out on fragrances. So
do they?
It's really far in advance. But yeah, and they've done these like the super sizes specifically for us.
Exactly.
So
and you'd never get that
anywhere
else,
no,
would you?
No. So this is another
the whole
thing
family.
This is launching in November. So this is the LMS Cleansing Balm 200 grams, which we have done before, but not in the black cherry.
Grams.
So this is the first time anyone's going to see the black cherry and the LMS Cleansing Balm in a 200 gram. But that is for your die-hard cleansing balm fans.
Oh,
I haven't smelled
that, Laura. That's gorgeous. I love LMS.
Oh yeah, that's good, isn't it? Every single show has a number that we expect it to take, and this is how we do our forecasting. Once the show's happened, we review it. Did it do more? What we're going to change next time? And then if it does amazingly well, we'll increase it. We'll do more shows.
We get a screen so we can see how many people are calling and how many people are buying at that time. Miriam can then, in her planning ways, can react instantly to that.
The way we monitor it and success really is by pounds per minute, which in store it'd be pounds per square foot.
Yeah.
So it's just a different way of measuring that. The beauty of QVC is that we can react really quickly. You can't really move your shop floor that quickly. We can do it as and when it's happening, which is great for us. We can be really agile, where it's very different on a shop floor. You kind of have to commit to a certain amount of space for a certain amount of time.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
As you can tell, the name of our podcast is called The Joy of Shopping, and that really ties back to our brand identity, which is, of course, shopping with joy, and try and do something that was really unique to us and really felt organic to who QVC is and what we bring to people, joy, hopefully, every day.
Who are some of the guests you've had on?
Well, Danny Minogue insisted on being our first guest, so she was really fun. We had Vanessa Feltz. We've had Diane from Traitors.
Oh my god.
She was amazing, did not stop talking. Yes, and lots of people who are just going to reveal a little bit of behind the scenes.
And how often do you record?
Right, so we do it in seasons, so we record every week, once a week, every week for 10 weeks. Then we take a little hiatus and then we go again. 4th season coming up now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does it feed back into the product?
Yeah, so I mean, whilst we tag all the products that the guests talk about, we have a page in our web environment that really showcases the latest podcast, has all of the products and everything related.
In your plan that you would say, right, we want to talk about these products today. So we're going to get those. No, it's much more.
We keep it super organic.
Fine.
It's all about authenticity.
Great.
The social channels, we really try and lean into authenticity, and it's genuine recommendations from the guests that come onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice setup.
Yeah,
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
And sit in the chairs, please. They're
It's just
very
admiring your
comfortable.
mics, which are better than my mics at the BBC. They're really nice.
And of course, we've got our little mugs and our coasters. This used to be a meeting room, and we repurposed it.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
the podcast studio.
Brill, thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
So this is your baby, basically.
Pretty much.
This is, I mean, you know more about QVC than anyone else.
I've been with the company for 26 years. I started as an intern in our US market, our biggest market. Went to school for fashion merchandising and interned and stayed ever since. And so I've spent time in Japan, a lot of time in our US office before I became CEO here at QVC UK.
What is the bit you love about this job?
The bits I love about this job. My team, so everything goes through me. I have an amazing team. I feel like we really collaborate and partner and set the strategy for the future. But a lot of the little things, my team is so accountable, and so I love that, getting to really look at the bigger picture and the strategies. What do we need to do next year and 3 years and 5 years? I still absolutely love the product. Whether it's in person, seeing it on TV, I look at the website every day and I look at it as the CEO. What are we offering today? What are we presenting? But I'll admit I also click that what's new, and I look at just what's new. What do I need?
Yeah.
And everything.
We were saying that, QVC was ahead of its time really, because it was the original social media in that people could interact long before we had social media.
I've often said our presenters were the original influencers. They were influencing what to buy, what to wear, how to use that new beauty product or whatever, long before there were such a thing as influencers and everything. And I love that. And our customers feel that connection, that trust in everything. When our presenters, when the experts that we have on, when our guests share something, they know they can trust it. And it's like they're talking to their friend or family. Mm-hmm.
And now it's branched out into so many more channels, hasn't it? What do you see as the future? Will TV still be so important?
I think TV, it's our legacy, and so I think it's always going to have a place in what we do. We look a lot at how are Gen X women and, viewing TV. What does she watch? Where does she spend her time? So while viewing habits change, the TV hasn't gone away for her, and I don't think that's going to happen. You got to go on the live set today, right? I mean, I still get goosebumps when I go there and think about what they do. And that is a way to demonstrate products, to tell those stories, to bring them to life more than any other platform.
What do you see exciting for your future?
I mean, I think social media is growing and expanding so fast, and we're learning every day. So just as we were the original pioneers in TV, we were very early on into e-commerce. I want to be the absolute leaders in the social commerce space, to really be the ones that set that bar. This is how it should look. This is how you're successful.
Now you've embraced well-being and used that word menopause, which my generation all whispered. That's a massive change, isn't it? It's not female liberation is such an antiquated expression, but it is very liberating. This whole process of what you're selling, who you're selling to, and what you're embracing now.
Absolutely. I mean, we take our focus on the Gen X female customer very seriously. We need to understand her lifestyle, how she sees herself, how she wants to be portrayed, and make sure when she comes to us, she sees and feels that. And it was probably about 5 years ago, when we said we're going to set out to do menopause. Very early on in it, as it started to become more popular in the UK, we said we're not going to call it the change or anything.
Yeah.
We're not going to shy away from it. We're going to own it. We're going to have a little fun with it, because you have to get through it in life, and we're going to talk about it very honestly. And so it's really resonated with our customers, and so she looks at us for that trust, for that expertise, and to help her, whether it's something as simple as shop by your symptom to know what will work, or it is a curated edit by somebody she knows and trusts who has that lived experience of it.
How do you approach kind of finding the next generation, I guess, of QVC viewers and shoppers.
We really talk a lot about where are those Gen X women in the know who love to shop, are driven by relationships. That's how we think of our customers. So we say, where is she spending her time? Whether it's what events is she attending? What does she read? What websites does she visit? What other retailers does she shop? And should we do partnerships there? So we really are focusing on how is she spending her time? Where is she? So we can find her where she is and then make her fall in love with us. To interact with the customers firsthand, when we have them come here sometimes, I always make sure I go up and say hello and how was it and everything. Nothing can replace that face-to-face customer interaction, that real feedback of, and they're not shy. What are we doing right and what are we missing? And that's such good feedback.
Fabulous to meet you.
Very honored.
Right to the top.
Yes. Okay, this thing.
Hi.
Laura, lovely to meet you. I'm Molly.
Hi, Dion.
Hi, Dion. Hi, Dion.
Lovely to meet you.
Dion works on my team. Dion is pretty much the operations of TikTok.
So we're about to watch you do a TikTok live.
Yeah.
How many products do you have?
6 to 8, depending on how the audience is reacting to things.
And do you repeat your product?
Yes, if they love it, for sure. We're going live for between 2 and 3 hours. We did a gigantic 6-hour one very recently, which we did in our, in the foyer where you came in reception. So yeah, we did it for 6 hours. It was a real focus on beauty and wellness. Well-being, and lots of things, and I have to say, I'll tell you what the top seller was: Neon Pod.
Oh yeah.
Everyone went mad for the Neon Pod, so I think we went back to the Neon about 5 times. So at the moment we're going live 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, but we will be 4 times a week in the new year, and by the end of the next year we'll be doing every day, 7 days a week.
And what time of day?
Well, at the moment, usually in the evening, so afternoon, evenings, but
around 5 to 7, 8 o'clock. We have done some early mornings one though. Yesterday we did 7:30 a.m. till 9:30.
We've got to be wherever people are, in whatever platform they want to shop. If they want to be sitting in front of the telly shopping, fantastic, we've got to be there. But if they want to be scrolling at night on their phones, as we all do, right? We want to be there too, and make sure that they can buy whatever they are inspired to buy from us. But we have a theme for every single one of our lives, and we bring the product that we think is going to suit those themes best. Today the theme, this is our sparkle for Christmas party. We've got the rest of the rail, so we can always go to our rail.
And it's multi-brand.
It's multi-brand.
Are those the trousers we buy?
The
apricots.
They are the apricot trousers.
Oh God,
Is that the jumper that she was wearing earlier?
with the leather skirt.
Yeah.
That was selling out.
That was.
There were only 12 left. I like that colour.
Yeah, that would look nice on you.
Since we've been here all day, it's extraordinary. So we've seen television. We're now seeing TikTok. And we're seeing TikTok live. I mean, where else is there for you to go, would you say? What's the future?
Spent a long time building a really solid social commerce function. So it's not just going to be limited to one platform. Wherever our customer is, we have to provide her with the shopping experience. And this is no different. This is TV just on a different platform. But wherever we'll be bringing joyful shopping to people in wherever they want to shop.
Hurrah!
Brilliant.
Welcome back to our TikTok live.
Blown away.
What a day.
What was your favourite bit?
Going into the control room and watching it all happen live. That was mind-blowing.
And the TikTok live.
The TikTok live was great. I still have more questions about the product and the reviewing the sales. And
she loves a stat.
I love a stat.
And also, do you know, everything that Pippa Gordon was wearing, Laura and I are going to be wearing next time you see us.
So actually, we can't come back again.
No,
we're going to be broke.
We're going to be broke. We've got the trousers, the shirt and the jumper. Let's go. Bye.